Yeah, he's got a lot of hatcheries, but his macro is still not, the best. Um, and Cloud is really ahead right now with these 3 bases to the Zerg's 3 bases. It's definitely not a situation that you want to be in.
Right, also, HolyShit has that second forge up in his main now. Oh, sorry, I mean, ToT Cloud does, and he's upgrading armor as well, so he should be pretty good for the upgrades. With the double evolution chamber that HolyShit put up, you'd think that maybe he could get an upgrade advantage, and that could maybe get him back in this game, but ToT Cloud is right behind him.
Adrenal glands going down, and right now HolyShit really does know that since he doesn't have that gas, he's not going to be able to make a very good amount of ultra. So he is getting a defiler mount, which are really useful, and he's going to be able to take out a lot of expansions with Dark Swarm if he uses it correctly.
Right, I'd also like to point out right now that ToT Cloud doesn't really have that large of an army right now. In comparison to HolyShit, who's going to be able to make ultras quite soon, as soon as he makes, well, he has the defiler mount, so there's going to be defilers out at least, and then ultras should be coming quickly.
Yeah, at this point, he's just got a lot of expansions. If those expansions can get up and they stay protected, he's just going to be so far ahead in this game because Protoss Ground just really can't match a huge 200-200 Zerg army, which can pretty much automatically replenish themselves. And lots of Zerglings coming in here. They actually do target those Templars, and actually they're not, but they do manage to pick off 2 Templars and a few Dragoons.
Right, and also right now I think what ToT Cloud really needs to do is start hunting down these Expos. You can see he doesn't have Dark Templars anywhere around the map, which you really need because HolyShit has the bottom left, and if he could get creep colonies up, you can see he already has scores down there to kill observers or shuttles or whatnot. So he's not really going to be able to harass down there except with his ground army, but the only thing is his ground army can't defeat HolyShit right now. And also you can see a drop is being prepared by HolyShit right now at his natural.
Yeah. And yeah, there's a lot of Zerglings in those. Maybe, I don't know if there's a Defiler in there, but there's also a Nidus Canal at this expansion down here, which is pretty much going to make that expansion really, impossible almost to defeat. And 2 Zealots at the 12 o'clock expansion harassing a couple of drones over here.
Right, you can see Reavers are now going up, so it looks like he knows that his ground army isn't going to be enough once the Ultra Link comes out and the upgrades are really starting to get going. So it looks like he's already preparing, getting Reavers either for defense or, nope, he's loading it up, so maybe for harass or maybe just to bring it with his army.
And this drop's coming in, really poor drop right there. He lost his 1 Overlord with 8 Zerglings in it before it even unloaded a single Zergling. He only took out 1 cannon with about 2 control groups of Zerglings, so really bad attack right there. If there's 1 Defiler in there, that battle would have been way different.
Right, actually this game is actually quite confusing, only that ToT Cloud really hasn't made any large mistakes, while it looks like HolyShit's made quite a few. He has a large surplus of right now almost 2,000 minerals and close to 1,000 gas, but he looks like he's in the lead right now. He has the expansions up, he has his hive tech, and right now it looks like his army could match ToT Cloud's.
Definitely. He still hasn't gotten his Ultralisk Cavern up, and at this point it could really be an easy option for him to transfer to. And at this point, just a few units coming around here for Cloud. That's all his army really is. He's got a lot of units reinforcing now. He did add a lot of gateways, so he will be able to make a bigger army quite shortly.
Right, and his 4th base, which is actually his mineral only, that just finished. It just finished a little while ago, so now he's starting to mine from there. So he should have a good income, but he also has a little bit of a surplus as well.
Now this attack is coming up, and there's really no defense over here. There's a lot of Zerglings, but there's Archons, there's High Templars, and right now Cloud's just doing a really good attack, except a Dark Swarm goes off. Really nice positioning because these Archons really aren't going to be able to do any damage. Same with those Dragoons, and most of the Zealots are pretty much dead at this point.
Right, this was a pretty good attack. It's too bad he couldn't get some of those drones with maybe a storm, because as it stands right now, all he's really taken out is 1 hatchery, and maybe now he's taken out the 2nd. But as far as any economic damage goes, he hasn't really done much besides lose his army.
Yeah. yeah, he will be able to pick off these hatcheries because they aren't protected by Dark Swarm. But other than that, he really didn't do much damage, and HolyShit still has a huge army, and both these Reavers get being lost right now.
Right, it looks like HolyShit is actually, he might defend that third base. It depends if he can take down that hatchery. It's underneath the Dark Swarm. Yeah, it looks like it's going to go down.
Yeah, still more hatcheries being added for HolyShit, and he does not actually want to lose this expansion, because once he loses this expansion, it's going to be fairly easy for Cloud to take out the other expansion in the main. And it's like he's sort of ignoring that expansion down there, hasn't burrowed that lurker, hasn't sent any units to the Nidus Canal, and he's going to lose all these drones here as well.
Right, you can see at the bottom left, well, lots of Zerglings actually. Those might be able to take out, oh yep, those Archons do die, and it looks like right now HolyShit has quite a lead, only because the main and natural of Cloud are about to mine out, and as you know, of Zerg economy, it runs a little bit slower, so the Zerg's natural still has a few minerals. He still has quite a few at his third base, and then he has a double gas, and as well as 2 more gases at the bottom left, so he's good for economy, but ToT Cloud is slowly going to be running out.
I'm a little bit confused about what's going on in this game, because Cloud just carelessly lost a Reaver and a Shuttle to 1 Sunken and 1 Hydra, and he might lose his mineral only right now, which would be really, really bad for him. And Cloud's he should have technically been in the advantage, but for some reason he just had the teeniest army you could have. He's got a huge surplus, and he really has no gateways. He could have so many more and just have a way bigger army.
Right. He had a 4,000 surplus. He's gotten that down to just over 3,000, but he really needs to get some more bases and maybe take out the double gas of that Zerg, because right now, as it stands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gases for the Zerg. That's bad news.
Yeah, and HolyShit still hasn't even made his Ultralisk Cavern. He's just massing tons and tons of Lings. I think it'd be a good thing for him to transfer to Ultralisk Cavern at this point, but it really doesn't matter. He's got a ton of Zerglings, and it's going to be able to engage Cloud's army, and no matter what, he's just going to be able to replenish those Zerglings really quickly.
Right, he has the Ultra Cavern at the bottom left, just about to finish armor, and just to echo your statements, yeah, this game has almost been like, holy shit, this game.
Yeah, these Archons coming in here, there's a Sunk Lurk, but it's not really going to do much. These Zerglings, they're going to take out these Reavers, but Cloud's actually using those Reavers pretty well, and these Reavers take out a lot of Zerglings, but it doesn't really matter because there's just so many Zerglings, and there's Dark Swarms going off everywhere, there's Plague. This is just really nice control here. He may lose this expansion, but I think he's way too far ahead at this point to even lose. He's just got a ton of units.
Right, for ToT Cloud to come back at this point, he would need to expand there at that bottom left and hold off the waves and waves of units that HolyShit would definitely send at him. And as you can see, if you look to HolyShit's natural right now, he has 5 hatcheries, 6 hatcheries actually, just spawning units, and he has the upgrades, and he also has the money to just be able to do this almost for the rest of the game.
Yes, he just got 3 upgrades, and that's just going to make him so much more powerful, especially with these mass Zerglings. Still haven't seen any Ultralisk yet, but doesn't really matter because Cloud's macro right now is pretty poor as well, with a 5,000 mineral surplus, and I've just noticed he only has about 9 gateways or so, even less than that, so it's just a really low count of gateways at this point in the game.
Right, and it's almost, he's just playing very sloppy, it seems. You can also see some Zerglings there taking out that mineral only, or trying to at least.
Yeah, that mineral only is going to be able to survive, but he's only mining off 2 bases right now, and one of them is about to go down, or be out of minerals. It only has 500 minerals left for patch. Second, the double gas has also been taken again by HolyShit, and